Hello everyone, my name is Nikita, and the topic for my informative speech for this week is stress, the silent killer. I want to tell you about the dangers of stress, the ways to recognize stress, the effects of stress on the body, how to reduce and manage stress. According to the Psychological Dictionary online, stress is a physical, psychological result of internal and external pressure, and there are ways to recognize your stress. First of all, let me just start out by saying all stress is not bad stress. There are two forms of stressors that we as human beings deal with on a daily basis. The first one that I want to talk to you about is called eustress, which is considered good stress. And that comes from a feeling of excitement, laughter, things of that nature. The second part is the bad, which we call the bad stress. It would be called distress. And distress can lead to very serious mental as well as physical problems if it's not handled in a timely manner and sufficiently. There are different ways to recognize stress. Stress has many symptoms and negative reactions, and they are divided into four categories. The first category is the physical aspect. The second category is the cognitive aspect. The third one is the emotional aspect. And the fourth one is the behavioral aspect. Here on the screen, I have a link that you can go to do a self-assessment to see what type of stress that you're dealing with and how to better understand the stress that you're going through. As I stated before, the four categories that stress is divided into and the areas that it affects are your physical, your cognitive, your emotional, and your behavioral. The physical signs of stress would be headaches, fatigueness, which is being tired all the time, insomnia, which is not being able to get the proper and adequate amount of sleep, the cognitive side, which causes worryation, thoughts of suicide, and forgetfulness. The emotional aspect of it is anger, moodiness, and a loss of motivation. The behavioral side is your weight begins to fluctuate. You never can stay at a certain weight. You would gain, you would lose, you would gain, you would lose. And violence is another type of behavior that results from stress. Overeating is another behavior that stems from stress. There are two different kinds of stress that I want to talk to you about today. One is mild stress. Mild stress causes headaches, and you're more prone to catch viruses such as colds when you're dealing with mild stress. Chronic stress is the worst type of stress that you can possibly deal with. Chronic stress seems to be never ending, and it is inescapable. According to Elizabeth Scott, a wellness coach that specializes in stress management, chronic stress weakens your defense mechanisms and your abilities to recognize danger, and with more exposure to chronic stress, serious health issues arise, such as depression, diabetes, ulcers, thyroid problems, gum disease, for some people, sexual dysfunction, and hair loss. It is very important to reduce and manage whatever type of stress that you may be dealing with. Reducing stress is easy and should be done daily. One way that you can reduce your stress level is by meditation, which is just simply clearing your mind of everything that you're dealing with, everything that you're going through, everything that you are encountering. And the ways that you can meditate: some people meditate through prayer, some people meditate through yoga, some people meditate through Tai Chi and different things like that. Another way of reducing your stress level is to take a time out. We know that sometimes when we were little kids, time out mean, okay, I did something bad and I must go to a corner. But this is a different type of time out. This type of time out is where you take time out of your busy schedule to set aside a certain amount of time, maybe 5 or 10 minutes, so that you can relax and clear your mind. Go to a quiet place and it relieves tension as well as calming the heart. Now, managing your stress is another way, and this takes discipline. The first thing you need to do, you need to prioritize. Find out the things that are very important. You can even make a chart. You can even make a chart to find out the things that are very important and most important to you. Do it from a number 1 through 10, and 10 is the things that are most important, and you do those things in that order. The next thing, and this is very important, people, you must get enough sleep. You must get the adequate amount of sleep. And that's another way to manage your stress, because when the body is asleep, the body is at rest, and then it gives your body time enough to repair itself from all the things that you have encountered during the day, the different types of stress that you have encountered during the day, the things that just have gotten on your nerve during the day. And enough sleep is the way for the body to repair itself. And when you sleep also, your body releases cells that help to produce protein, and the body needs protein. So I encourage you to find ways to relieve your stress, find ways to manage your stress, and I promise you, once you get those things under control and you get a grip on those things, your life will be better. You will find out that things will go much smoother. Thank you.